It's like a full face sprung centre clutch that Xtreme had put together for me, but yeah, it's endured all the punishment that we give it, and fantastic item.
I've got the RB25 twin plate Xtreme Drift clutch. It's basically off the shelf package that they do, and I've had it in there for 2 events now, and yeah, it's been faultless.
This is the first clutch we've used, and I've done 3 seasons with it, whereas with my other clutches when I was learning, we didn't know what to use and all that other brands and stuff, and we'd go through like 1 every 2 rounds.
Ultra reliable. It's one of those really important parts in the drive line, and if you have a weak spot, it's always going to go, and not having that weak spot, we can concentrate on developing the other things that we could have issues with later.
I think we've been running this same clutch now for nearly 4 years in the car, so it's been pretty phenomenal.
I recommend Xtreme to most of my customers as first choice, purely because over the years we've developed them to be kind on the crankshaft thrust, so light pedal and just easy to work with. They stand by their products and they're good quality.
Xtreme heavy duty motorsport clutch. Been using that clutch now for 7 years, so just faultless, so we just keep running that, and it works really well.
Yeah, very simple setup, good to drive around town, for everyday driving as well, but you got the bite there if you got plenty of power as well. And
Light feel on the pedal, grips up perfectly, and yeah, gets the power to the ground.
It's surprisingly good. Like I could drive it in a street car. I reckon. Like you'd think it would be shuddery, but it's surprisingly smooth, and I'd happily run one in a street car.
It's mated with one of the biggest Toyota gearboxes, and obviously with the Xtreme clutch, it definitely does the job.
Which is a triple plate carbon fibre Xtreme clutch. So yeah, exactly the same clutch we've been running since, I think, Adelaide in 08.
It's handling it really well. It's actually a much lighter pedal than the last car. It's a heavier clutch. It's got a larger clamping force on it, but it's a lighter clutch to push. It almost feels like you're pushing nothing. But yeah, it's ultra reliable, and it hasn't let us down even in the testing stages. So it's really good.
So I've had a twin plate in this before this Xtreme clutch. It was a Japanese-based brand, and it lasted a little while, but from my aggressive 4th gear takeoffs from the line, it just destroyed it. So now I've got Xtreme on board, and yeah, it's good.
Because it runs such a massive turbo on just a 2-litre engine, I'm using the clutch a hell of a lot to keep it up on boost. So it's huge. Like if it wasn't working properly, it'll ruin my weekend. Simple as that. So it's always been there for us.
I'd like to think I'd give it a fair bit of punishment, and it does last season after season, which is really, really good.
In between that, you've probably got 10, 15 clutch kicks in the whole session, so it gets an absolute punishing and never misses a beat.
just loading the car up, like when you come in to initiate into the corner and stuff, you're putting a lot of strain on it, and if your clutch is, not good enough, then you're going to spin it and then you're not going to get the drift on. So they're definitely relying on it the most, and definitely need the best. So Xtreme's the one.
3 years and I've gone through probably 6 motors and we keep bolting the same clutch on. We'll just check it, take it apart, check it, and it's fine. So it just takes a pounding.
Yeah, I was told to bed it in, properly, and as a drifter ignored that, went straight out and gave it hell, and it's fine. So thanks Xtreme.